Hello everyone and welcome. This is Dawn. I'm so glad you could join me. Today I'm going to be having some fun with the Whimsy Stamps Doggy Birthday Party 2 stamp set and the Whimsy Stamps Scribdoodle pattern paper. So let's get started. First I'm going to start by using one of the Whimsy Stamps Slimline Wavy edger dies, and I'm going to die cut it onto the front of a piece of white cardstock that I cut to 5.5 by 11, and I scored it at 4 1/4 to make a top folding card. To make sure you're lining the die up straight on the piece of cardstock, you can use the lines on your glass media mat or whatever mat you use that has lines on it. It makes it a lot easier this way. Now you can die cut this one of 3 ways. Since this is a slimline die, it will not fit lengthwise in a small die cutting machine if you're die cutting it onto the top folding cardstock. So here are some options. You can tape the die on the front of this top folding card and use scissors to cut it out since it's such a simple pattern. Another option is to cut a piece of cardstock to 5.5 by 4 1/4, and then you could run it through your smaller die cut machine and then adhere that onto the top folding base. Or finally, what I used was my Big Shot Plus machine, which is big enough to run this die through with the top folding cardstock. Next, I pick out the pattern paper I want to use and I trim it down to 4 1/4 by 2.5, and then I put some glue on the back side of the card base, and I'm going to slowly slide the pattern paper underneath it until it lines up evenly with the bottom of the card base. I'm going to use my Misty stamping tool to stamp the bulldog from the Doggy Birthday stamp set onto the front of the card. I line up the bulldog and the sentiment where I want it to go. Now if I had to do this again, I would put the bulldog and sentiment a little bit lower because I found out when I went to stamp the birthday hat from this stamp set, it was too big and it didn't fit on his head because I didn't leave enough space between the top of the card and the dog's head. So keep that in mind when stamping your images. But that's okay. I found another birthday hat from the Monster Birthday stamp set that worked just as well. And I had some already cut out, so I decided just to use that. Now I'm going to do some quick Copic coloring. I color in his teeth with number 0 neutral gray. I color in his nose with C7 cool gray. I use W5 warm gray for the outer edge of the dog's body. And then I bring in some W3 warm gray and I blend it with the W5. Then I bring in some W1 warm gray and I blend it all together with the W5 and the W3 until I have the desired look that I want. Then for the rest of the body, I just repeat the same exact process using the W5 for the outer edge, the W3 and the W1 to just blend it all together. Finally, I colored in the hat with B23 and R20 blush, and then I just adhered it to the top of the dog's head. And to finish off the card, I'm using these awesome confettis from THISCALLSFORCONFETTI. I have the Glazed Blueberry and Matte Black that I'm just randomly putting on the card. But they have a wonderful selection of confetti in all kinds of colors and mixes, so check them out. Then I'm just adhering them to the card with my jewel picker and some glue. And that's going to complete my card for today. I want to thank you for joining me on the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed my card. I would love for you to leave a comment below and let me know what you think of it. We would love for you to subscribe to the Whimsy Stamps channel and their other social media platforms so you don't miss out on any upcoming releases and great inspirational videos. Also, check out their website for all their new releases. And as always, thanks for stopping by and have yourself a wonderful day.